Hey, I'm John Cannell. Today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making fudgy double chocolate chip cookies. So let's get started. First off, set that oven to 375. These cookies have no chill time. Now, into a medium bowl, we're adding 120 grams or 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Perfect. Half a teaspoon of baking soda for leavening. Half a teaspoon of salt for contrast. Now I'm adding 1/3 cup or 33 grams of cocoa powder. You could use Dutch processed cocoa powder like I am or natural cocoa powder. Both are gonna be delicious, but the Dutch process will give you a darker cookie that's a little fudgier, which I love. 33 grams. I'm sifting this out just in case the cocoa powder has lumps, which can often happen. But today it's actually the flour that had lumps. Look at that nonsense. Give it a quick whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. Set this aside, and now it's time to cream the butter and sugars. Into my stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, I'm adding 1/2 cup or 113 grams of room temperature unsalted butter. To that we're adding 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 66 grams, and 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, 110 grams. Let's pack it in. All right, we're gonna give this a mix for about 3 minutes on medium speed until it is light and fluffy. Scrape the bowl down if needed. It's looking good. I'm gonna give it one little scrape and just a little bit more mix. Okay, that looks great. Look at that fluffy texture. It's so nice and cloudy. Into my bowl, I'm adding 1 large egg, no shells, and 2 teaspoons of a nice vanilla extract. I actually have a favorite flavoring to add to these cookies, and if you can guess in the comments, I'll be super impressed. Hint, chocolate and blank go so well together. Go. All right, mix this up until it's combined. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Or something else. I'm not gonna tell you. This smells so good. I swear, brown sugar and butter are a match made in heaven. I would use all brown sugar, but then the cookies have a little bit too much spread. All right. Once that egg is all worked in, we're gonna add our flour mixture while this is mixing on low. We're gonna mix until it's almost combined, and yes, there will be one more scrape. Tap, tap, tap. So here, this is like chocolate amazingness on top. A lot of unmixed nonsense on the side and bottom, so just give it a scrape. If you're using a hand mixer, it's not gonna be as much scraping the bowl down. All right, that's almost combined. Now we're gonna add 1 cup of chocolate chips. Chocolate goes so well together with many things. Mix in the chocolate chips just until they're distributed. That looks good to me. That looks really nice. So I was totally like, pointedly asking Brian if he knew how all of my paddles got chips on them, because I was sure he was doing something like putting them in the dishwasher the wrong way or something like that. And then I was looking at a video of mine and I was like, tap, tap, tap on the bowl. And I learned my lesson, like, nope, tap it on the spatula. You don't want to chip your paddles. Okay, this looks really nice. I see a couple streaks of butter hanging out here or there. So just use your spatula to mix it up. And then you can just double check that your chocolate chips are distributed. If your oven's hot and ready, this is ready to go into the oven. So let's scoop it out. Okay, we're gonna scoop out about 1½ tablespoon sized pieces of dough. If you wanna give them a roll, you can do that, but they're gonna be kind of organic and delicious either way. Give your cookies about 2 inches of spread space. Then, this will go right into the oven. These cookies are like little magical brownie balls. They're so fudgy and rich, but I find them to be like perfectly sweet and just like snackable. Like you can't stop eating them. That's pretty good. I don't want to crowd them out too much. You're gonna want 2 baking sheets, so have one ready as well. Before these go into the oven, you can pop some chocolate chips on top just for looks and extra chocolatiness if you want. Could also be walnuts, pecans, whatever add-ins you want to put in your cookies. Okay, totally optional, but big flaked salt right on top of the cookies before they go into the oven is a nice touch if you like that salty chocolate amazingness. Once they're ready, you can pop these into the oven, 375 for about 10 minutes or until the edges are set. Pure chocolate fudgy indulgence. These double chocolate chip cookies are like so chocolatey and amazing, but think of them as a vehicle that you could add any of your favorites to. I might add some chopped toasted pecans or walnuts in there. Let me know in the comments what you would add to make these cookies yours. I hope you get a chance to make this cookie, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like this video, check out my cookie playlist.